you mentioned that you were in the sales game for 15 years. Why did you break away from that and go into training?
I never felt that I was fulfilling my purpose. And
Okay.
at a stage, we were actually yesterday I was looking at a LinkedIn post where a person said the biggest disaster that you can say to someone is say, follow your passion. You should rather
Yes.
follow your purpose. And purpose is
Yes.
something that you can make a difference in the world. And I felt that I was given a core set of talents, but just being
Mm-hmm.
in sales, I didn't feel like I was actually using those talents. And I felt that I wanted to make a bigger impact on the world. So looking at
Yes.
my talents, I'd done the whole 10,000 hours of doing Toastmasters for more than 10 years. I'd had a lot of international training and mentorship. So I could easily tap into that to offer this Power of Persuasion presentation skills course. So for many years, I had just developed myself to be an excellent presenter and speaker because I just wanted to get onto large stages. That was my mission. And then I realized, hang
Yeah.
on,
Yes.
don't be selfish. There's other people that can benefit
Yeah.
from this that you've learned
Yeah.
all of these years, you know. So that was the one thing. And
Exactly.
at the beginning, it was quite tough, Michelle. At the beginning, I was like, no, these are my secrets. These are my gems. Why would I want to share it?
Yes.
It took me so much investment to get here. But then I actually just realized
Yes.
I love Malcolm Gladwell. I don't know if you read Outliers, and speaks about the 10,000 hours of becoming an expert. And I realized by myself, the fact that I myself had invested in coaches,
Yeah.
mentors, training, for more than 10 years, my journey was made much shorter when I tapped into their knowledge and expertise. And
Mm.
I've actually seen transformation in people when they tap into my 10,000 hours.
Yes.
So they'll come in your training and
Exactly.
they'll very quickly learn the hacks, the shortcuts. And I'll share like the crazy stories of one of my favorites was where I was told 5 o'clock in the afternoon, they forgot to inform me that I was a speaker the next evening at an event. And I actually
Yes.
found out by accident and how I had to incorporate all of my own confidence hacks that I train on right there and then.
Yes.
And I had to go and stand in the bathroom, do a pump pose. I had to do my visualizations. I was so stressed out. I quickly grabbed a piece of paper
Yes.
and just made sure I had, like prompt notes just for in
Yes.
case, because my slides didn't have all the information on it. And I was like, what?
Exactly.
What if I completely hit a blank? Which sometimes happens when
Mm-hmm.
you're on a large stage with too much
Yes.
pressure, lights, microphones. So I was like, I'm very vulnerable in my training. I actually share, these are the kind of things that happen, and that's why you need a backup
Mm-hmm.
plan. Sometimes
Yes.
technologies kind of fail you. I've had that in training
Yes.
sessions where the projectors completely stopped working, and I had to do a
Yeah.
full day training on a whiteboard. So what
Yeah.
are you going to do
Exactly.
online if your internet fails you? Do you have a backup plan? So all of
Yes.
those kinds of things is, I think people learn by also learning from our own mistakes as trainers. So
Yes.
for me, it's always been about the transformation and helping others get there quicker.
Yeah. You were talking about sharing and not wanting to share information. I had that same philosophy before I went out. I mean, many years ago, I was a Tupperware manager. And in order for my team to grow, I had to promote Tupperware managers. And I had to learn, you need to share with them what makes you successful. Otherwise, how do you expect them to be successful? The same with being a PA. Share what made you successful because other people need to know this. And I say to your top PAs and companies these days that just because you've got to that position of working for the CEO, the chairman, doesn't make you the be all and end all of everything. You're in a position now to train other people who are working their way up to your position, not necessarily yours in particular. But how did you do it? They would like to know your story. And vulnerability, showing your vulnerability is so, so crucial because it just changes the effect you have on the people that you train. And it's just lovely to see when you suddenly show your bad times, they can identify with that because I believe out of every bad or difficult situation, there is a positive to come out of that. There is something you can learn and be able to make it work. I mean, after all these well-known people who've done so well for themselves, these millionaires, they didn't do it by just doing the right thing. They did a couple of wrong things, but they had to master it to get it back on track.